Hi, it's Diane. I have a couple of junk journals I'd like to share with you today. We are getting ready to move. We bought a house and we're moving. Not very far, just a few miles from where we are right now. But I have this drawer full of junk mail and packaging and things for junk journals. And I didn't really want to just move a box of junk to our new house. So I decided to start using it. So I did make 2 junk journals using pretty much just what was in that box for the pages. So I'll probably have to do 2 videos to show them both. And I'll start with this one. They're both made with a National Geographic book. And I just thought the covers were pretty, the designs on the covers. This one I covered with a magazine photo and a frame cut from my no, it was just a frame, and I corner punched it. It was just a square piece of paper and I corner punched it and just added a couple of cutouts from a old catalog thingy, and I left the back plain. It's covered with a tan color of duct tape for the binding. It has 6 signatures stitched in. The closure is a doorknob. I believe it's spare parts from Hobby Lobby. It just screws on through there. You punch a hole and then attach it. And then I punched a hole in the back and just threaded a hair tie through. And that's the closure. And I've been learning how to make charms, so I was very pleased with this charm. I would be very interested in seeing how, once you make the charm, how do you attach them to the spine of the book. I've tried both of the books that I made have a different way of being attached. I tried a couple of things. This one I just punched some holes and threaded a chain through it, so there's a chain that goes inside the spine, and then attached the charm to it. But I was very pleased with the way the charm turned out. It has that little bead jewel at the bottom and some pretty... This actually came from a necklace. This flower and this piece. This necklace was 3 strands, and it was chock full of the flowers and these funny shaped beads. And so I have a ton of them because the necklace broke and there were a lot of beads on it. So I just saved them, and now I can use them on my charms. So without any further ado, let's go inside. I had a lot of fun making this book. It felt like there were no rules, because there are no rules in junk journals. For this particular one, I had some shopping bags and some gift bags in my drawer. So I used 6 of those bags as the cover of each signature. So this one is a Hallmark bag. Life is a Special Occasion. I thought that was a good way to introduce the book. And somebody had written on this, so I covered it up with duct tape. And I wrote on it, "This journal was created in July of 2015. Now, I'm going to use these books as kind of like a scrapbook, not smash book, but a glue book. Not really recording memories or anything, but some. But mainly, I have so many things I've cut out to use for decoupage and just images that I like, and I'll never, ever use them all for what I had intended them for. So I am going to just use images that I like and make collages on the pages. And I tell you, I was hesitant about doing that at first. I thought that could be just a waste of time, just gluing stuff in my book. But it is so relaxing, and I feel creative, and it's just relaxing because I don't have any intention by doing it. I'm just doing it for fun. So I've already started doing that in this book. So here is just a couple images. I have cutouts saved and all kinds of just things. So I go through and pick out things that I like and stick them down. After I put the book together, the pamphlets together, the signatures anyway, I went through and used some stamps that I don't use very often. thought I'd get some use out of those. So this book starts out with some Boyd's Bears and House Mouse stamps. I have them because I think they're cute, but I don't use them very often. So anyway, this is an envelope from an old National Geographic magazine, and it's a subscription envelope. So I glued a few tidbits on here, and inside is, this came out of a book. It's a book plate. It had someone's name on it, so I covered that up, and I glued it to a page, a little note from our House State Representative's office, so I can use that for journaling. Excuse me while I put it back in there. I think there's another card in here. Yeah, it got down in there. Got stuck in there. There it is. This one is, I don't even know what it came from anymore because I covered it up, but it's kind of a card, and it had these numbers on it, so I left it on, and I just wrote some upcoming events, and on the back I glued a piece of a paint chip and then a picture of a house that I like, and some more things glued on there. And this was a trifold that had come in the mail, either from a local cable company or Dish Network. I cannot remember which, but I already started covering it with my collage. This is a collage that I did. Since we're buying a house, we did purchase a few pieces of furniture to take to the new house with us. So I collaged some furniture on here. I put this statue, I cut off the base she was sitting on so she could sit on that chair, and just kind of wrote about some of the furniture that we purchased. Just a collage of things that I like, images that I like. This is from an old magazine, as was this. And this is a piece, a part of the outside of the package from a package that Alette sent me from the Netherlands. And here's just a page out of a book. This is a packaging from tissue paper. I use that as a pocket, and I took a clothing tag and wrote on the back of it for journaling, and wrote some scripture verses on this paint chip. Some more collage on these pages. I used some paint chips as tabs, and I have some old stamps that had been used, and I had saved them, so they're stuck throughout the book. This is a piece of vellum, but it's what Applebee's uses in some of their meal baskets, and I asked for a couple of clean sheets. So that's stuck in there, and there's a library pocket, and this is the back of my checks from my checkbook. Well, just a little piece to throw away, but I stuck it in here as my tag. These came from a book. And there's one of my house mouse stamps stamped on there. Cut from the cover of a set of paper dolls. This is another piece of the packaging from Alette. And another house mouse stamp, and I journaled on that. It's the back side of that illustration from a book. I love this picture of a bear playing the piano. My daughter bought me that stamp a long time ago because I play the piano and I like bears. This is just a map that I had printed from the internet. I don't even remember why, but it ended up in my book. There's a poem by Edgar Allan Poe in here that I liked, and this is an eagle. I had purchased a scrapbook, a big scrapbook. It was in very bad shape, but it was from, I would say, the 50s, maybe even the 40s. The book was mildewed and things, so I finally took the book apart and saved the images that I liked out of it, and I'll be using them in my glue book. So I think there's a few more collage going on throughout the book, because I don't really want to just say I have to do this page because it's next. I find a piece that I like and then look through, sorry I bumped the camera, look through the book until I find a page that I want to put it on. So you'll see some more collage as we go, and I'll just flip through the book now. This is from a game, Loaded Questions. It's a pattern adhered to that piece. This is from greeting cards, the back behind the greeting cards. I used to do the American greeting cards at CVS, so I saved that instead of throwing it away. I have a few of them. Actually, this one's from Hallmark. I work for Hallmark now. So I have backing cards for both brands. And this came in the mail. You're supposed to peel these strips off to see if you want anything, but I just liked it, so I stuck it in there and put a thing for journaling on the back. This came out of a book, children's book. This is the other half of that National Geographic. This is a tag that I used for ordering the American Greetings cards. I used a piece of corrugated cardboard there because I liked it. Put some scrapbook paper there. This is out of that old magazine. That was the first signature. Here's a gift bag that has a Kate Greenaway, I believe, art on it. My daughter had given me something in this gift bag because she knew I would like the picture. So that's the second bag that I used for the signature. This is the cover of a book, a very good series of books. Mary Stewart. Books about Merlin and King Arthur. This was a little booklet that came in the mail advertising postage stamps that you can get at the post office. So I thought that was really pretty, and I used several of the pages in this book. Sorry, my watch is pinching me. Okay, here's some children's book, old children's book page. Piece of ribbon stuck on there. There's tags in there. This is from a typing textbook. This is from that scrapbook. I glued that on there. There's a little bit more collage. This came out of that scrapbook. And that's the second signature. This bag was from a music store, and I collaged a little bit on it. This has a little booklet that I made. I stitched it with a pamphlet stitch. I had cut these pages out to use in a book, and I had too many pages, so they got left out. So I stitched them together and stuck it in there. This is from a book, paint chip, and a little McDonald fry thing stuck on as a pocket. Seven Gypsies packaging. I glued her on. Tag in there. This is just from the signing from American Greetings. Time to dispose of it, so I brought a piece of it home. There's a tag in there. A ribbon for a tab. This one has a tag in there, and I used paint chip for the tab. And in this part of the envelope is the back of Tim Holtz tickets or something, and I just stuck it in there. It can be used for journaling. I even left the wires on it. Paint chips used there as a pocket, and an old postcard. My mother gave me a few of these flower postcards she found at her house. Here's the back side of the Kate Greenaway gift bag. That's the next signature. This Hardy Boys book cover, dust jacket. It was in pretty bad shape. I had to trim off edges because they were all tattered, and I patched up tears with washi tape and paper, and I glued this apple on that came out of the scrapbook. Did a little stamping there. This was so much fun to make, just grabbing junk and putting it all together. I made a little pocket on that and put a couple of the tickets in there. These are some old stamps I've had for many years, and I love them, but I don't use them very much. These little country style. This is going over 15 minutes. I'm hoping it will upload to YouTube. This is from American Greetings, backing card. Love that stamp. And the other half of the Hardy Boys dust jacket. And this is from, these are both from the scrapbook. It was interesting when I was able to peel a lot of the papers off, the pictures off of her scrapbook pages, and I liked what she had on what was on the back rather than what she glued them in for. There were some fashion things and some advertisements. They were fun. So many of the things, I peeled them off and then I wanted what was on the back of them. This is from the scrapbook, and I added it to a couple of the furniture pieces that I had for my decoupage. And I put on this chipboard piece that says all dressed up. This came from a missionary that came to our church. This is the cover of a little notebook. This is a piece of Korean stationery that my daughter brought me back when she and her husband were stationed in Korea. And that's a chipboard piece there. Piece of brown paper bag. Paint chip. Envelope. I used the flap as a little pocket and stuck one of the used stamps on it. This came out of a magazine just because I like chocolate. Just like that picture. It makes me happy. Oh, I didn't mention that when we got to this picture, this was the 5th signature, and this is, what's that toy store up in New York City? Schwartz. What is that? Oh, I cannot remember. You know, the famous toy store. Anyway, that bag actually came from that, FAO Schwartz. Came from that store, and I even left the ribbon handle on. So we already looked through that. There's the other half. And then the last signature is this craft paper bag. I have no idea how it got in my stash. Somebody must have given me something in it, because I've never been to New Hampshire. And this is Zeb's General Store in New Hampshire. But I thought it was a cute picture, so it made it in. There's the cover of that little booklet about stamps, and of course I attached some of my canceled stamps on there. Alette sent me a little package from my birthday after this book was pretty much all done, and I stuck this on here, and it's just a little note card that goes with it. This came in the little package of goodies that she sent me. So I put it to use right away, Alette. I have this, and I think there's one other piece that's already in this book. This is a paper doll that I had printed off the internet a long time ago. There's another one of those postcards my mother gave me. This is from a game someone gave to me. They gave me the pieces out of it. Pretty silver ribbon. And another of the flowered postcards. More paper dolls printed from the internet. And then this, I think this is from National Geographic too. No, this is from the postage booklet, and it came with this little pocket so you could order stuff. But I just left it in there as a pocket and glued a to-do list on it. And this is the other card that I added that Alette sent me. Isn't that pretty? All foily and pretty and shiny. So that's one junk journal. And I will stop this video and film the second one. I'll be right back.